What's going on, everybody? This is Super Robot, and today we are going to talk about the Skybound panel at the New York Comic Con 2025, which discussed Transformers and G.I. Joe and a new era for the Energon universe. So basically, the previews of future issues of the Skybound from the Skybound recent panel was just announced. An Autobot Prime returns in December, Transformers number 27, and you get to get a first look at his return from Robert Kirkman, Dan Mora, Mike Spicer, and Russ Wooten. Just revealed, get a first look at the Transformers number 26, continuing the acclaimed new era from Robert Kirkman, Dan Mora, and Mike Spicer, and Russ Wooten. Wooten. Just revealed, and they show the full cover of January's Void Rival number 26 as the Quintesson War continues. And then they showed off a few covers here, but within this panel, we also got to see pictures of this guy. Now, we're going to have a lot of pictures. There isn't much to say. It's Optimus Prime with a Megatron arm. But, we want to talk about a few things. And one of the things I want to talk about is the comics. And for years, it seemed like Hasbro would skip the comics or throw in, some things here and there with IDW and Dreamwave and things like that. You'll see hints of some of the designs. Even back in Energon, they did have like the War Within designs. If you look at Energon, like Infernal, stuff like that. But we never really got, its own mold. Like the toys get their own mold. Like in the case of this is just Optimus Prime, Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime with a Megatron gun arm. And in the case of the Void Rivals Jetfire, you already had the mold for Jetfire, so repainting him and getting all the, getting him to look more like a G1 Jetfire, using that as an excuse to make him look like that was easy. But then we get the Hearts of Steel, and it's almost like these are brand new molds. And it's like Hasbro didn't give them that due, like they, because they're deluxes, it hinders what you can do with them. And I'm sorry if you compare that to MMC from, oh my gosh, like 2009, 2010, 2011, they did Hearts of Steel 10 times better. Even the Shockwave, it's not a great toy to have, but it's still pretty good for War Within. But what I'm saying is now, will they really put more into making these molds? Now, like, for example, this new Cybertron, Samurai Starscream and, like Samurai Optimus Prime, those are promising. They are, even though the Starscream is, despite the fact being a new mold, still using a borrowed engineering from AirRazor, it still looks good. Because anything, like I say, you put Starscream in anything, it's going to look good. So what do we do now? Hasbro really needs to step it up because they can make money. A lot of third parties are making money doing this already, especially with the Sky. I even want to say it's almost too late because we got third party that has a kit. We also have the KO, the fourth party KO Optimus Prime that comes like this already with, even a remolded head, damaged parts. You even get more parts to make him look battle damaged. You get cell shaded parts. It's so much extra stuff that comes with the third party. Why would we want to pay $80 for this? And it does suck because for myself, I'm not a third party person because realistically, Hasbro and Takara are the official maker of Transformers, and that's how I want it. But I feel like, to support this, I'm going to have to spend more money. And that's the other thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all know this is hot ticket items. When I say hot ticket, like hot items, Megatron, Optimus Prime to Megatron on in the comics, hot stuff should be out. You should not let other companies get the jump on you. And not to say that they are winning, because in a way, a lot of people want official anyway. At the end of the day, they don't want to pick up, it's not Optimus Prime. They would rather have it that way. But you're going to pay more in a sense. And that also is a little daunting. So for myself, yeah, I'm going to buy it. Now, let me just tell you that now. I'm going to buy it because it's official. I do have a KO coming, but I don't know, it's got stuck in transit or something like that. But the whole point is, I'm glad they did it. I want them to do more of it. I want them to be more serious with it, though. Hearts of Steel was a letdown. I'm sorry, Hasbro. You didn't convince me on that at the end. Especially the Optimus Prime, and the Starscream looks decent. The Megatron, yeah, and actually the Bumblebee was outstanding, but the Prime, no, I didn't like it. So you didn't get me on that. This you got me. That Samurai Starscream and Optimus Prime, you got me. I'm gonna have to talk about Nemesis Prime later. It's another video for another day. But right now, you got me on this one. Yeah, like I'm hearing it's $80. You got me. You know, I mean, it's a long wait. It's talking like what, 2026? Hasbro, look, man. Let me break this down for you. Do you realize the fourth party in the KOs got? You pretty much could just go buy another Optimus Prime and do exactly what you're going to be doing. Why are you taking a whole year to do something that has already technically happened earlier this year? Y'all should be putting this right on out. This should already be out. Really, I mean, you're going to have a lot of people by the time this comes out that are going to be like, well, I got to just get the KO for $40. And there are two versions of the KO. There's the AS one and there's the other one that I forget. That one, I forget the one that has even better, that looks even more close to G1. I mean, most people are going to be like, just to have the Megatron arm, I could just go spend $40 and throw it on the shelf. Nobody knows the difference. That's what the problem is, Hasbro. That is the real problem with this release, especially next year, fall 2026. Next year, Hasbro. For real? By then, I'd probably have the third party upgrade, another SX86 Optimus Prime, which would be my third. I would also have another KO. You see where this is going, Hasbro? I would still spend less money on the economical state than what I would spend to wait until next year. I want this to sell because I want you guys to do it, but y'all got to get a little bit more serious. Or maybe these investors or the upper whatever management, executives, they just need to chill out. All right, because that's a long wait for this. Really long wait for this. However, then it's going to get leaked, and it's a never-ending cycle with this, man. Just a never-ending cycle. I was thinking this is going to come out in about a month or two. You mean 20? That right there has already soured me. I'm grateful that Hasbro made it, I guess, but it just sours me. That's so what are your thoughts? Leave them down in the comments below. I got more videos coming down the pike. This is Super Robot Ed bringing more news reveals to them. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.